Segment Production presents the first year's virtual art exhibit.
Before we start, let me raise the toast to the people behind this astounding and fascinating event. Starting off with the overall head committee, Ms. Cristiana Manalo, assisted by the secretary, Ms. Jada Espinueva. To the committee heads and their members, the technical committee composed of Ms. Amaria Resines, Ms. Jel Junio, and Ms. Eliza Sanchez, headed by Ms. Marianne Canales. For the program committee composed of Ms. Kyla Castañeda, Ms. Isa Fernandez, Ms. Cristel Medina, and Mr. Akayko Alforte, headed by Mr. Ezekiel Reyes. Last but not the least, the documentation committee composed of Mr. Cristobal Chavez, Ms. Ella Gran, and Mr. Ian De La Cruz, headed by Ms. Andrea Tan. Let us give them a big round of applause.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our Virtual Art Exhibit 2021. I am Ezekiel.
I am Kyla, and we are your hosts for today.
To start off our program, may we call on Ms. Isa Fernandez to lead us the opening prayer, followed by the Southville invocation.
Let us put ourselves in the loving presence of the Lord. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. God of grace, we open up our hearts, minds, and souls to worship you. Thank you that today we dwell in your kingdom and live by your holy presence. As we are all gathered here today, we ask for your guidance and protection throughout this event, and that we may be able to fulfill the purpose of our gathering. Come be with us, inspire us, and lead us in our time together. We ask all this in the beautiful name of Jesus. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
The Lord is my shepherd. I have everything I need. He lets me rest in fields of green grass and leads me to quiet pools of fresh water. He gives me new strength. He guides me in the right way as He promised. Even if that way goes through the deepest darkness, I will not be afraid, Lord, because you are with me. Your shepherd's rod and staff protect me. I'm sure your goodness and kindness will follow me every day of my life, and your house will be my home forever.
Thank you, Ms. Isa, for that earnest prayer. Now, may we call on Ms. Tiana Manalo, the overall head of this event, to give us a brief introduction for today's exciting exhibit.
Good day to everyone here present who was taking the time to attend this event. It is a great pleasure to have you all here with us today as the students of PS Psychology Block 1 proudly present their artworks to you. As Aristotle has said, the aim of art is not to represent the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. With this in mind, let me tell you that what you will be witnessing today aren't just creations. They are revelations, confessions, and windows to each individual's personal thoughts and feelings. All of our artists have poured their hearts out in their artworks, giving each creation an individualistic and unique flair that I'm sure you all will enjoy. Through the use of artistic and masterful techniques and the ability to manipulate colors and lines to convey your message, we hope that you will be able to understand the art of language that we have executed within every displayed artwork here today. A special thanks to Javda Espinueva dedicated herself in ensuring that the preparations for the event go by smoothly. And to all the committee heads who have willingly assumed the leadership roles and have executed them amazingly well, Ezekiel Reyes, Marianne Canales, and Andrea Tan. Thank you to all the committee members who have done such a good job. And most of all, a big thank you to Ms. Badon for introducing us to these artistic concepts that we realized we could use not only on a canvas, but also in our lives. Without all of you, there will be no such event today. So now, without further ado, please do enjoy the event. Indulge in our language of art.
Thank you, Miss Tiana Manalo, for those wonderful remarks. Let us give her a big, big round of applause. Let us not keep everyone from waiting, Kyla.
Yes, Ezekiel, without further ado, it is now our pleasure to present to you the art exhibit curated by Southville's talented first-year psychology students.
Hello everyone, I am Cristel Medina. And I'm Jada Spinueva, and we are your curators for today. This diagnostic test aims to let students create a creative reflection based on the movie Big Eyes, using students' preferred art such as music, painting, poetry, and the like, wherein the movie The Big Eyes symbolizes the door to see a person's soul. This activity also aims to let students shine by showing their talents and skills. For this activity, Jada Espinueva chose to draw herself in a self-portrait style in the form of Big Eyes artistic style. She decided that the best method to express and showcase her talents in the diagnostic test is through the act of drawing oneself. This was an honor for her, as drawing with love and emotions in one of the most important aspects of art making, and she felt like this was one of the rare opportunities where she drew herself and it was fun for her to draw it with love, as she drew it not to feel pretty, but to feel something instead. Ezekiel Reyes has chosen to do an inspired portrait of a child crying as part of his diagnostic test in the first art appreciation activity. He used a charcoal pencil with soft and medium tips on a bond paper and made an artwork with the style of Margaret Keane. He points out certain flaws in his drawing, but overall, it came out pretty nicely and clean looking, added by the fact that it looks like a 1960s drawing because of its rag design. Andrea Tan managed to pull off something phenomenal in this activity of the Big Eyes diagnostic test by showing her skills in makeup and dressing in the 1960s era, but integrated it so that it looked modernized and trendy. She had trouble choosing a medium at first, but eventually settled for a makeup talent where she came across a picture of the scene in the movie of a woman in a supermarket wearing Big Eyes makeup. For Andrea and Margaret, the eyes are the windows to the soul, as they can express a variety of expressions such as despair, helplessness, loneliness, etc. For her, this certain activity was such a fun thing to do because it helped her move out of her comfort zone as she tried new things. Coffee painting is a popular technique among many artists all over the world. This activity encouraged students to express their inner creativity, for coffee can be a challenge to paint with. The combination of its characteristics elevates the medium of coffee to a new level, conveying the rich dark tones we associate with a cup of freshly brewed coffee. The creative process of coffee painting could enhance a student's cognitive abilities and especially allows them to coordinate with their emotions, which rewards them with great experience in such a way that could help them for future purposes like discovering new hobbies to cope with. A diverse mode of expression that allowed the students to enjoy art not only through sight but also through smell. The artwork that Ian de la Cruz created using an Oslo paper as his canvas is a particular picture of him which he had a difficult time computerizing at first, but it eventually worked out with the help of his acquaintances. He started by tracing his picture to the canvas and used a black roast coffee to paint which he bought from a supermarket. After Ian made sure that the coffee's texture was thick enough to have the right consistency, he painted his portrait with 2 layers of the coffee mixture and waited a few hours for each layer of the painting to dry. He felt that coffee painting is therapeutic, especially when it turned out really good despite him not being a professional artist. He thought that it was fun to do, which he did not expect, and so took the time and liberty to finish the artwork well by using small paint brushes for the details. Ella Grant's artwork was a challenge to herself since it was the first time she ever painted a self-portrait. Tracing the picture using a carbon paper was complex given that she wanted to indicate even the tiniest of details from the reference picture. She then proceeded with preparing her coffee mixture as to how dark she wanted it to be. As she began to paint the artwork, she first started with the smallest details to avoid penetrating beyond the edges, for she hoped it to be exactly like the computerized photo, except that it was carefully painted by her with coffee as the material to paint. She found coffee painting enjoyable and was not only smitten with the beautiful tones of the color brown but with the smell of coffee as well. She preferred it really dark to increase contrast and would highlight her face better. Amaria Racines often paints during her free time for fun since painting is one of the things she likes to do. Even so, it is her first time making a coffee painting of herself. She chose an appealing picture of her which defined her facial features more after editing. While tracing her picture to the canvas, she made sure she was able to show details of her such as her eyes and her eyewear. The activity not only inspired her creative side, but it also gave her the feeling of fulfillment as she finished her artwork better than what she had expected it to be. The process of creating this piece also challenged her patience and perseverance for some time, but she did not choose to give up and was happy with the outcome of her painting.
With the current pandemic that has negatively affected our lives, Filipinos still have a positive attitude within themselves that they will be able to get through the situation amidst the fast spreading of the virus. One reason for this is because of the people who act as their everyday heroes, such as the frontliners, and also their heroes which can be in the form of an object, an animal, or the nature that surrounds us, which helped us cope with the stressful quarantine days at home. This activity allows us to show people what helped us during the COVID-19 pandemic through creating a mask made out of plaster of Paris bandage and designing it with our personal pandemic heroes. Thus, we wanted to convey our love and gratitude toward whom or what we consider as heroes in our lives. An artwork made by Marianne Canales shows who she considers as her pandemic hero. On the right side, doctors are seen on the artwork to represent and recognize the sacrifices and hardships that the frontliners have been encountering during this pandemic, while on the left side of her mask represents her faith and hope in God, as she believes that since things happen for a reason, this pandemic serves as a reminder that all beings should hold on to God's grace as He is the ultimate Savior of all. Hence, her artwork represents her faith in God and appreciation towards the frontliners. Jada Spinueva represents her psychiatrist as her pandemic hero. She has been going through mental health problems that she lost her willingness to do anything or even talk to other people. She started having therapy sessions with her psychiatrist, and they always start with the question, "How are you today?" Hence, the message in a talk bubble is seen on her mask. This artwork is her form of appreciation towards her psychiatrists, as she is always encouraged to live and be the best version of herself every single day. Ella Grant's artwork is inspired by her late all-black cat who unfortunately passed away during this pandemic. Her pet cat was deeply adored and loved by her family. Losing him made her think of how he is her pandemic hero, as her pet was also who she considered as her friend, who helped her get through the difficult times she stumbled upon. This artwork is dedicated to her late pet and friend. Andrea Tan's pandemic hero is not a person, but a part of nature, the sunset. She had encountered different hardships during this pandemic, causing her mental health to be at its worst state. The sunset, which she watches from her window every afternoon, has become her sense of comfort and source of strength as she compares herself to the sun. Seeing it set every afternoon and rising the next day has made her realize that she can also do the same. That despite her being down, she can always still rise again the next day and have a new and fresh beginning where she can do better and be better.
Those are indeed exceptional artworks by our first-year psychology students. It is undeniable that they are not only academically inclined, but also artistically talented.
We're not done yet, because there's still tons of artwork in store for everyone. But before we proceed to the other art exhibits, put your hands together as we witness the angelic voice of our very own songbird, Miss Amaria Brasinas.
Shackled under your midnight sky, all these voices in my head telling me to go ahead. That I know I don't deserve this. I know that you'll regret this. Cease to believe one. Cease to believe one. I won't forget the way you held me. I won't forget the way you deceived me. Cease to believe one. Cease to believe one. I won't forget the way you held me. I won't forget the way you deceived me. Painting all these big eyes, showing all through your lies, all the pain my heart has bled, turning my whole life in red. But I know I don't deserve this. I know that you'll regret this. I know I don't deserve this. I know that you'll regret this. Cease to believe one. Cease to believe one. I won't forget the way you held me. I won't forget the way you deceived me. Cease to believe one. Cease to believe one. I won't forget the way you held me. I won't forget the way you deceived me.
Wow! Thank you, Miss Amaria, for that emotional and breathtaking performance. Let us once again give her a big round of applause. As promised, we will now move on to the next set of first-year BS Psychology students' featured artworks. Once again, Hold on to your seats and prepare to get mesmerized.
Set cards are often used to show one's versatility and photogenic side that is given to modeling agencies or companies. Specific measurements and contact details are stated which would be relevant for the agent as the reference. With that in mind, the students were assigned certain color-coordinated attire in which each had the freedom to express themselves freely and to pose creatively. This activity showcases the students' ability to confidently pose in front of the camera and express the emotions that they wanted to convey through their facial expressions and body language. Castañeda's outfit for her set card is an evening wear or all-black ensemble with gold accessories. She portrays bravery and excitement as she promotes women's empowerment. In addition, she was also aiming for a sophisticated look, and this look helped her achieve the look that she wanted. This activity taught her to embrace the clothes that you wear today because each individual has their own unique way of dressing up. Jel was tasked to wear an office wear outfit. She chose to wear a black tuxedo and skirt or pants together with a white polo. The colors were inspired by a monochrome combination of black that symbolizes sophistication, elegance, and power, while white represents purity. She also mentioned that the dark color as her outer layer of clothing perfectly matches with her inner layer of light color, as it could also symbolize that her pure heart is within her inner character and is just being hidden by this facade of power and sophistication. Christiana was given a festive type of attire in which she related something special to her. She wore her 18th birthday outfit that is from the concept of her birthday festive theme. She wasn't able to celebrate it properly as the pandemic got in the way. Despite the unfortunate events and lost opportunities that had happened, she is still beyond thankful for her parents' effort for making it still celebrative for her. Moreover, she wore a dark color scheme which represents her and how she felt during the first year of the pandemic. She felt depressed and suffocated from being at home, but the hope within her never burned out, as represented by her gold jewelry. Eliza wore office wear with complementary of blue and orange, specifically an inner blossom blazer with pants which harmonize with each other. Her outfit represents warmth, joy, and hopefulness. Her pose and choice of colors made her look like she can be trusted and that she is a professional. She also mentioned that blue and orange are the perfect combination of office wear because it is attractive and also shows trust.
The polo shirt design was inspired by one of the first to explore abstract expressionism, known as Jackson Pollock. He is famous for his abstract paintings as he is known for placing his canvas on the ground and he dances around it. He pours paint from the can or trails the paint using a brush or a stick on the canvas. This is an important artwork as it tackles our innate nature of expression in art and it can freely showcase the students' emotions. This also tests their creativity and imagination when it comes to giving meaning to the action painting technique that they have applied in making this artwork. Kyla Castañeda made a beautiful shirt consisting of her happy colors such as pink, blue, and violet. Her colorful polo shirt symbolizes life as she wanted to convey her message that life is colorful and joyful. But there will still be days where one can feel sadness or emptiness as symbolized by the empty spaces in her shirt. Feeling such emotions is okay as not everything is always in one's favor and that person has to acknowledge that. But at the same time, one shouldn't forget to see the bright side of life, just how bright the colors are in her polo shirt. Cristobal's polo shirt represents the impact of the coronavirus around the world. The dark color scribbles represent fear of the people when being infected with the virus as COVID-19 cases spike around the world. In addition, the red drips that overlap the scribbles symbolize the virus that is spreading throughout the world. He also left an empty, square-like spot with two lines on both sides, which symbolizes a face mask, which he wanted to express in his work that by wearing a face mask, your chance of getting infected by the virus will be lessened. Thus, reminding us that wearing a mask when going out is a must and that it serves as one of the precautionary measures to fight the spreading of the virus. For Ezekiel's polo shirt design, he chose to use the colors blue, white, yellow, and red like the colors of the Philippine flag. His interpretation of the shirt was simple, as this serves as his dedication for all the people around him that had always been there to support and care for him. The design of the shirt is a person-shaped symbol that had been outlined by a stencil and then painted on using the aforementioned colors of acrylic. The design is simple yet elegant, making it stand out from the rest. The Pollock shirt which Sheen made is inspired by the art of Jackson Pollock, whereas she chose the colors white, yellow, pink, and blue, which she thinks would best match her maroon shirt. While painting, she played some of her favorite songs, probably to inspire her better. Furthermore, she then decided to just use a stick and jerked it around as she pleased, with no restrictions. She later realized it also expresses her emotions in some way, which is why it may appear a little chaotic. Beneath the vivid colors, the darker ones could be seen because as she was making her artwork, people were observing, which made her a bit uncomfortable, but as soon as she was left alone, she felt more free to express herself through her work, which she enjoyed very much.
The face swap activity is done by researching portraits made during the Renaissance, Mannerism, Baroque, and Rococo period and swapping the students' faces with the portrait. This activity aims to make art more fun and enjoyable as the students get to explore the world of digital art and become familiar with the concept of layering, blending, and cropping with the use of Photoshop. Different perspectives when it comes to the interpretation of their own chosen portraits are also expressed through this activity, which enhances the students' ability to think creatively. This maximizes the students' understanding and appreciation of the chosen artwork. For the face swap activity, Ian has chosen the St. John the Baptist portrait. He was struggling to find a portrait that matches his facial structure and posing well, that also matched the records of a Renaissance painting until he found this mural. He used the Reface app to insert his face into the painting. Ian knew that the painting would fit his face with the body, another reason for choosing the artwork. According to the information given, it is an oil painting made by Leonardo da Vinci in the 1500s and is believed to be his very last painting. It was a simple change of the face, yet it changes so many things about the artwork. Christiana mentioned how she always had an inclination towards the Mona Lisa painting, hence she chose Mona Lisa to swap her face with. Not just because the artwork was one of the frequently discussed subjects in the industry, but also because of the mystery she unearths behind it. She always enjoyed watching theories in relation to the painting, like the narrative of how it was always been that she appears to be staring at the watcher regardless of where they stand. Mona Lisa's oil portrait created by Leonardo da Vinci has always piqued her interest as a whole. Though many consider the Mona Lisa to be an object of interest, Christiana finds it remarkable that Da Vinci was able to create a symbolic piece of work that inevitably became one of the foundations for our interpretation of art today. Ezekiel chose to swap his face with one of the works of Vecellio's Man with the Glove. It is an oil-on-canvas type of painting and can be seen at the museum in Paris. He enjoys the limited and contrasting color palette of the painting and used dark ground and garments with the complexion of the young man's pale complexion to give emphasis on the sitter's personality. This painting also gives importance to the humanistic ideology that influenced him during that time. This is why Vecellio created a realistic portrait by observing the model's face and hands.
And that concludes our main exhibit for today. Then again, the show is still not over as you would be able to still witness the other amazing artworks we have in this virtual museum. But before which, we will have another intermission number performed by yours truly, the first year BS Psychology students. The Greatest Psychman.
This is the greatest show. Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for. You've been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. And buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore.
Why do you build me up? Buttercup baby, just to let me down.
And mess me around and then worst of all, you never call baby when you say you will. But I love you still.
I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start.
So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart.
I want you to take me home, I'm falling.
Love me long and rolling, losing control, body and soul.
Meant to for sure, I'm already yours.
Walk you down a mall and hold you tight, you're calling. Take control, body and soul.
Mind you for sure, I'm already yours.
Take me home, I'm falling. Love me long and rolling, losing control, body and soul.
Wanted for sure, I'm already yours.
Walk you down a mall and hold you tight, you're calling.
I'll take control, body and soul. Wanted for sure, I'm already yours. name is Cristal Marie P. Lopez.
Hey guys, my name is Lauren and you can call me Ren.
Hello, my name is Eliza Sheen.
Hi, I'm Ina.
Hello, my name is JC.
Hi, I'm Kaina.
Hi, I'm Jada.
Hi, my name is Ian.
Hi, I am Karen.
My name is Ezekiel.
Hi, I'm Ella.
Hi, I'm Dane.
Hi, I'm Marianne.
Hello, I'm Boban.
Hi, I'm Andy.
Hi, my name is Ree.
Hi guys, I'm Kyle Forte.
Hi, I'm Jel.
Thank you for that wonderful performance. Let us give them a big round of applause. Now, it is time to present to you the remaining masterpiece of our very own talented blockmates. Sit back and relax as you are sure to be astounded.
And that wraps up the virtual online exhibit of first year BS Psychology students. Before we end this very meaningful and astonishing event, may we call on Ms. Jada Espinueva for the closing remarks.
Creativity takes courage. Henri Matisse. Growing up in a family of artists and being one myself, I have grown accustomed to the feeling of nervousness every time I show my artworks to my loved ones. Afraid of the judgment and the criticism, I've always asked myself, what if nobody likes my works? I'm sure many of you felt the same when your artworks were unveiled in today's virtual art exhibit. However, I want you to know the truth about art. Art is subjective, and not everyone has the same preferences. I can say that without a doubt, each artwork presented today displayed our skills as artists. More importantly, it was carefully crafted with love and affection. Each piece of art displayed a portion of our life stories, and that is what makes our exhibit unique. Today, we have shown a great amount of courage, and I would like to congratulate each and every single one of us for this wonderfully executed exhibit. I would like to thank our program head, Christiana Manalo, as well as the committee heads, Andrea Tan for the documentation committee, Ezekiel Reyes for the program committee, and Marianne Canales for the technical committee. Aside from this, I would also like to thank those who participated in today's event, via Psychology 1 Doc 1, as well as those who are watching the fruit of our efforts. I show my sincerest gratitude to our dear professor as well, Ms. Thelma Badon, for allowing us to showcase our artworks today. Without everyone's support, none of this would be made possible. Once again, to those who participated and attended, thank you. Always remember to be courageous.
Thank you, Ms. Jada Espinueva, for that inspiring message. To our dear students, teachers, and guests, we hope you enjoyed today's event. Again, this is Ezekiel Reyes.
And this is Kyla Castañeda, signing off.
But wait, we would also like to acknowledge the presence of our very own Miss Thelma Badon, our art appreciation teacher. Thank you for making this event possible.